Welcome to Old Man Wisdom. We're currently looking at AUD/USD. This is the 15-minute chart, and I'm just going to do a little experiment with you with one of my indicators. Here you see that we're going to go back a few days. We're just going to randomly go back. So let's go back to, let's say the beginning of May. So the rules are that when this indicator paints, it's based on the MACD. The indicator is set to MACD settings of 30, 100 and 10. And my little rules are that we have a stop loss of 40 pips and a take profit of 40 pips. So we're just going to go through a few weeks of trading with this indicator to see how it does if we take every single trade. This is a non-repainting indicator, by the way. So straight away we can see that yes, this made it to 40 pips. This one here had a little drawback of 15 pips before it made 40 pips down here. This one here got 40 pips straight away after a small pullback of 10 pips. So that's 3-0. This one here made 40 pips almost immediately. It's 4-0. This one here made 40 pips pretty quickly as well. 5-0. This one here had a small pullback of 15 pips before hitting 40 pips. So what's that? 6-7-0. This one here had a small pullback of 11 pips before just about hitting 40 pips. And here we have our first loss. So the rule I have here is that it either hits 40 pips or you get a new signal, in which case you will cut the trade and open the new trade. So this one here would have hit your stop loss just before the new trade opened. So that is our first loss. But you can see straight away that it pretty much quickly got you another 40 pips back. Here looks like our second loss. Pretty quickly, yeah, 40 pips loss here. I know there's two arrows. If you take the first arrow, then obviously that's what we're doing here. We're assuming that you've took the first alert and you've got your second loss there. But almost immediately you get your next 40 pip win right down here. Here looks like another loss, a 40 pip loss there. So you take the trade here and yeah, a 40 pip loss. But like seems to be the pattern, almost immediately you get another 40 pip win right up here. Your next signal here, oh gosh, 30 pips and then it goes against you. And here's a good example. It doesn't quite hit 40 pips and then you get a sell signal. So you would cut it here anyway at 37 pips and then you would take the sell, which, yep, it just hits your 40 pip stop loss. So two losses in a row for the first time. Previously we've had a loss and then an immediate win, or had a loss here and had an immediate win. But here for the first time we've got two losses. But overall, not a bad example of an indicator working quite well. So that means you've had 10 wins and 5 losses. You've made 400 pips and you've lost 200. So that's not terrible, considering that when it comes to this indicator, you literally don't have to do any thinking. There's no thinking involved. There's no marking up charts. There's no thinking about your win-loss ratio, and that's it. Now this seems to work very well on AUD/USD. I don't think it works quite so well on every single pair, but certainly on this particular pair, I think it works really good. So we started looking at this indicator on the 29th of April and we've gone all the way through to the 20th of May. So nearly a whole month. So let me know what you think about this indicator. You can download it on the website on oldmanwisdom.co.uk, or if you see this video and you think that you could improve the strategy, I mean it's probably not very difficult seeing as there is no strategy as such, you're just following the indicators. But if you think you can improve it, please comment below. So I'm going to be updating you on this particular pair, AUD/USD. I'm going to be updating you with as many of the trades as I possibly can each week, and let's see how it goes. So until next time, everybody take care and I'll speak to you very soon.